identify the legacies. And again, that brings me to a place. We must identify, elongate the legacies of this music and the wonderful people who made it. Because if we don't do it, in 10 years, you're going to be reading in an encyclopedia that R&B music was invented by a little white guy somewhere in some corner of the earth. And we don't want, it's already happening. Last year, on the Billboard charts, there was not one R&B song that hit the #1 position that was performed by a black artist. That should be saying something to us. So for those of you who are unhappy with some of the music that you're hearing on the radio and that's being presented to us, for those of you who long for those days that are gone when you could listen to the radio from early in the morning to midnight and you always heard a great song all the time, for those of us who value that, I'm asking you to join me in force. I can't do it by myself. I spent $1.5 million of my own personal money so far filming for 1.5 years. So I'm here to beg. So that's what this is all about. I'm so happy you came. Do any of you guys have any questions or any suggestions before we show you the clip about the film, how it's being done, where we're going, anything like that? No questions?
How far are you along in completion of the project?
We're about halfway through now. Yeah, we're visiting 18 cities on 4 continents. And these are the places that I have identified as what I'm calling the epicenters of rhythm and blues music. This is where the bulk of the songs that we know and that we love, they came from these regions like Memphis, Tennessee, Miami, Detroit, Chicago, New York City, Los Angeles, San Francisco, places like that. Even Ghana, because when you're talking about rhythm and blues, you got to go back to see where the rhythm came from, so we got to go to Africa. So, any other questions? Come on, say, ask me something.
And our roots were in the fields, in the cotton fields of Mississippi, the southern places. Do we have any gospel in there?
Of course, because when you come across the ocean and you're in the cotton fields and you're working, and there are rules and regulations that say not more than 2 black people can congregate at one time, you have to find a way to communicate. And they communicated in the fields while they were picking that cotton. I mean, masses coming, shh. Out of that came gospel. Okay, so